Well, after that memorable Liverpool performance last week in Rome, there's a feeling in these parts that the good old days might be about to return. Good evening. Liverpool 2-0 up from the first leg. Still have to finish off the job here at Anfield, but I'm sure Alan and Mark expect them to make it safely through to the quarter-final.
We're hopeful. Great performance last week, great result. The intrigue here is how will Liverpool approach the match. Three ways they can play. One, be very positive early on, get a goal and finish Roma off completely. Two, sit back in the lead. Or three, somewhere in between those two. And that means you are positive, and if you get a chance, you take it. But the most important thing here is be solid as a side. That's what they were in Rome last week. They were a great team, and we want a great team performance again.
You've experienced a similar situation to this, haven't you, Alan? 89, I recall, against Arsenal. You've got to win, not lose by 2 goals.
It was very difficult to play because even at 1-0 down, you didn't want to go and chase the match because you were still in front. I think psychologically for the players it's extremely difficult. What you've got to do is go on the pitch and eradicate from your mind the fact that you are 2-0 up and go and play your game.
Yeah. Fantastic atmosphere, Mark. That should spur the players on out there.
Oh, definitely. There's an edge to it. We just said before, we can feel it in here. You know, the fact that it's the Bob Paisley night, etc. And I think the counter-argument is Roma, Gary. Fabio Capello. You know, what will he say to his players? I think they say he goes, it's 0-0. We've got a chance. We score the first goal. Who knows? You know, who expected Liverpool to win in Rome 2-0? You know, we didn't. We're glad and delighted that they did, but we didn't expect them to win. And I think Capello will try and use that to his advantage tonight with his side.
I think you look at these pictures, and I said last week, it was a long time since Liverpool been back in the big time, but anybody that's been here on a big Liverpool European night before will realise what it's all about, because it's just, you get a little tingle around the back of your neck, and it's absolutely fantastic. A sellout crowd, great atmosphere. You know, I just hope that Liverpool put on a great performance again tonight. And I'd realistically speaking, you know, 0-0 gets them through, but I'd like them to go and win the match. But as I said before, you've got to be cautious. I think that's the most important thing, is they don't make mistakes and don't let Roma back in the match.
Heskey and Owen up front for Liverpool, and no Batistuta for Roma, Mark.
No, he's on the bench, isn't he? So, I mean, as we said last week, the fact that he's not fully fit, he's not risked. No Totti as well, still ill. No Cafu, who played last week as well. So, and I think Alan's hit the nail on the head with the fact of Heskey and Owen, you know, get yourself a goal. Get the first goal tonight. We can all sit back and enjoy it. The crowd can enjoy it. And we look forward to whoever getting the next round.
You don't want Roma to be leading 1-0 with 10 minutes to go, that's for sure.
No, we don't. Well, let's find out what happens. Liverpool versus Roma for a place in the last 8 of the UEFA Cup. The commentators here at Anfield, Trevor Brooking and John Motson.
Thank you very much, Gary, and good evening. If I can make myself heard in this phenomenal atmosphere, around 44,500 inside the ground for a match sold out weeks ago. Indeed, there were 30,000 ticket applications turned away, proving that the demand on Merseyside has outstripped anything in recent years. Long-standing Liverpool supporters at last able to visualise a genuine return to the conquering times of the 70s and 80s, which will be reflected at half-time tonight in a parade of former players to mark the era of Bob Paisley. Indeed, there was a special rendering for Bob's widow and family of You'll Never Walk Alone before the teams came out. And talking of former Liverpool managers, it was incidentally 10 years ago today, February the 22nd, 91, that Kenny Dalglish unexpectedly resigned when Liverpool were defending champions. Since then, they've won just 1 FA Cup and 1 League Cup, but they can start to put that right in 3 days' time when they face Birmingham City in the Worthington Cup final in Cardiff. Well, as for tonight, you can hear the teams being announced. Gerard Houllier makes just 1 change from his starting lineup in Rome last week. Emile Heskey, who was injured that night and unable to play, now starts in preference to Robbie Fowler. 2 of the Germans in the side, Babel and Ziege, are on 2 yellow cards in the competition. A booking tonight, and they would miss the first leg of the quarter-final away to either Porto or Nantes. Trevor Brooking.
Well, it's good to see Heskey, I think, playing alongside Owen. They just need the supply now. Barnby and Ziege, the wide players, I think are likely from that 4 to get forward. McAllister and Haman, you feel, would just protect the back 4. The defence that's been playing very well lately, and certainly they don't want to concede a goal in the opening half an hour.
No, they won't. Now, Roma come without 6 first-choice players. Still no sign of Totti. The Brazilian trio, Aldair, Cafu and Emerson are all injured. But another Brazilian, Zago, capped 54 times, is back from a 4-match ban in defence. As you've said, Batistuta still hiding away on the bench again. The Frenchman, Jonathan Zabina, comes into the side. It's worth remembering, though, Trevor, that Roma have won all 3 away legs in their UEFA Cup run so far, including a 3-0 victory in Hamburg.
Well, it'll have to be something special this evening. Fantastic atmosphere. I'm sure that the Roma players will respond to. Certainly Zago at the back is very experienced, might even strengthen the defence, but it's further forward, of course, they've got to score 2 goals. Zabina and Candelar, 2 French wing-backs. They've got to certainly get forward and put some crosses in. Del Vecchio, dangerous in the air, will want to get one on target, not like he did last week.
And the substitutes bench, Jari Litmanen not fit to join Robbie Fowler and Vladimir Smicer on the Liverpool side. So with the likes of Steve Gerrard and Murphy injured, there are 3 young players there yet to make their European debuts. There's a bonding session going on in the Liverpool half. The referee, by the way, is Spanish, Jose Ecina, who has a reputation for flashing red cards. He sent off 2 of the Roma team at Leeds last year. But we're all set to start. Liverpool leading 2-0 from the first leg. Well, this really is like Anfield used to be. And Liverpool fittingly attack the top end in the first half and look early on for Emil Hesketh. Roma in their change strip, all white. Leaders of Serie A still by 6 points after beating Lecce 1-0 on Sunday in an undistinguished game. And they've started with Del Vecchio furthest forward. That's Hupia going across to match him. Assunção in midfield gets a free kick.
Yes, Assunção came on, of course, in the first game, playing in the middle with Tomasi, and it looks as if Nakata sort of playing a bit leftish, Montella a bit rightish, and then hopefully those 2 will join Del Vecchio on occasions to make a 3.
Michael Owen trying to get away. This is Assunção, and he tries to slide the ball through the channel for Del Vecchio. Gary McAllister for Liverpool. Who would have thought at 36 that he'd be playing in this European competition now? Here's Michael Owen. And on this side is Barmby. Looks as though Jonathan Zabina is going to play as the right-sided player.
Yeah, so going to have to certainly rely on him to get forward and give some width to the side, because otherwise, you know, they're not going to get some service into Del Vecchio, who's trying to put the defence under pressure there.
Exactly what he did just then. Zago started out on the left of the back 3 for Roma. Heskey using his muscle power there. Gets held back. Free kick, number 19, Walter Samuel, has to watch himself with this referee. The Argentine who scored the winning goal against Lecce pulls him back by the shorts. Do you mind?
Not very subtle, it was there, and Emil Heskey not impressed.
Dietmar Hamann with the free kick. Jamie Carragher playing on the left flank with Ziga. And Zabina loses out there, and he commits the foul. And Roma are panicking already.
Well, don't want to give free kicks away in this situation. Zabina, as I say, making a challenge, tapping the ankles. Blatant free kick.
McAllister's over there with Ziga. Plenty in the middle. Marcus Babbel is up. Driven in low by Gary McAllister. And then, oh, what a shot from distance. Jamie Carragher.
Well, it just shows the confidence in the side, John. Whereas you can see the halfway line there, that's got to be 40, 45 yards out, and certainly Antonioli had to watch it all the way.
Here's Candelar, the left wing back for Roma. And here comes Westerveld to meet Del Vecchio. Didn't really get it. Montella, there's a appeal for handball, and the whistle's gone.
Well, it was handball, but what a mess up it was. Westerveld come in, Yeah, it was just a slap down. Could easily have dropped kindly for one of the forwards. This is it here, he's just flapped it down, and then Carragher tried to hook it away, and it did hit the hand of Montella, but it could have actually dropped to one of the forwards rather than Carragher.
Well, there's been excitement already at either end, and there might be some more here. It's Barnby and Heskey chasing. Bear in mind, if Roma were to win 2-0, there would be extra time. Yellow card. That was Montella for the challenge. The player down is Hupia. And Montella, that's his first yellow card of the competition.
Must have felt he used his arm or elbow, pleading innocence, but there it is, just backing in and just, yeah, went with his forearm. Wasn't much of a challenge with his head.
That's Harman with the header. Here's Tomasi. Hupia comes off Samuel. Now with the gloves, Nakata from Japan. Good English speaker as it happens, but may figure highly in the World Cup next year. Here's Kandela.
Barnby's got quite an important job this side. You've got to take Kandela into defensive situations, because I think Kandela could be one of the attacking outlets if he's allowed to get forward.
Well, their whole game is based on wing-back players we saw last week. Here's Samuel, offside against Del Vecchio, the captain. As you can see, our flag was up as well.
It was close. There was good intelligent movement there. Just got between the central defence and the fullback, but the flag did go up straight away.
Both flags, actually.
Yes.
Anyway, it's Heskey and Owen. Oh, Heskey's gone down in a heap, and Owen tries to get there. Referee says nothing doing this time. It's Zabina for Roma. Now, oh, it's a... Tomasi really had to stretch for that. Assunção got him out of difficulties. Del Vecchio tries to get down the centre. Here's Harman for Liverpool. Nakata tackles him. And the long ball by Oncho looks for Barnby. Defender is Zago. Well, they said you wouldn't get the same atmosphere at the Kop end when they did away with the standing. Don't believe that, will you?
Got to say, I think this is the best atmosphere I've felt at Anfield for quite a few seasons. They've certainly sense, I think, that Liverpool are in the frame for winning trophies this season, particularly perhaps this European trophy.
They could have sold a 75,000 stadium out tonight had they had one. It's Babel with the throw. Assunção for Roma. To his fellow Brazilian, Zago. Back again by Hupia. Crowd, I think, can almost do the commentary for us tonight. Roma were given 1,800 tickets. I don't think quite that many have come over in view of the fact that they're already 2 down. Here's Babel. And this is Zago. Oh, Nakata now. Del Vecchio's through the centre. Montella to his right. Harman comes back to challenge Nakata. Referee and assistant say the ball stayed in. Oh, and Nakata goes down and play goes on. Heskey. Oh, what a sandwich.
There's a South American sandwich, wasn't it? Samuel and Zago. seemed to bounce off Heskey. He seemed to revel in that. He won't worry about that sort of challenger. Samuel coming from behind, and Zago in the front. They're both actually very good distributors from the back. Zabino, the French player who's playing on the right, we didn't see in the last game, but Rinaldi, who's playing right wing back, hasn't seemed to get forward anywhere near effectively as we saw Cafu in that first leg, John.
He hasn't had the ball yet, Rinaldi, I don't think. Anyway, they're playing down the left. It's Candelar. Del Vecchio wants it played inside. He keeps making these little channel runs, but Liverpool are blocking off the space. Heskey. Now Zago. Harman in the way. Owen far side. Well, now Rinaldi does get the chance to start an attack. It's Montella. Assunção. Candelar to Nakata. Driven in low for Del Vecchio. This is Nakata again. Montella offside. Won't count. Won't count.
Well, there's good build-up play. They just probed away quietly, looking for the opening. Certainly when it was played, Nakata sort of checked, and went for the time, then he did knock it comfortably offside Montella.
No question. Now, Heskey underneath this. Tries to head it on for Barmby. Assunção looking for Del Vecchio. He's offside.
I think it was when the ball was played. He's just trying to get those little channels between the central defenders and the fullbacks. Del Vecchio in particular. Montella's just playing a little bit deeper of him.
Looking for Heskey. Two defenders go up with him. Zabina. Good header by Stefan Oncho. Heskey for Liverpool. Harman beaten by Assunção, but this is McAllister. Good early ball, Owen. And now Heskey. Shot hit Zago. Heskey again. McAllister over the top, looking for Heskey. Goalkeeper Antonioli hesitated. Heskey did it first and then got there.
There's a great run. They'd stepped up to the offside. I'm pretty sure when the ball was played he wasn't. And then Heskey, as you say, hesitated. If he'd have kept going, he'd have got there before Antonioli, who I don't think fancied a 50-50 with Heskey.
It's a cunning ball from Gary McAllister from the centre of the field. It slowed a little, and both goalkeeper and Heskey had a moment of hesitation. Goalkeeper in the end got away with it. Heskey is hurt. Dave Galley, the Liverpool physio on the pitch. Bear in mind that if anything does go wrong at the front, Liverpool have Fowler and Smica ready on the bench, but I don't think it'll take Dave Galley long to straighten Heskey up. Gerard Houllier will be relieved about that. Assunção there, challenged by McAllister, who's playing with great appetite. Here's Nakata, looks for Del Vecchio. And Liverpool move it around again. Christian Ziege looking for Owen.
Oncho did well defensively. I just thought when the ball was knocked up to Del Vecchio, when it's knocked down from Oncho. There was no one within 20 yards of Del Vecchio, and he's going to struggle badly, and Roma are going to struggle to score if they don't just push up and take a chance now and again to support him.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's a lot more to his game than that very run that he makes all the time. This not without Totti in the side to provide the creativity behind him, and that really has been lacking in Roma's game in both these matches up to now. Fabio Capello, the coach of Roma, knows that this would be quite a result if they can get anything at all here after playing so poorly at home. Owen's gone to Heskey's left.
Well, there was a bit of a breeze around, but that, from a dead ball kick, that was a massive one, wasn't it, by Vestergaard?
Yeah, he can get terrific range, can't he? Now, it's Nakata overlapping on the left-hand side. He's got Marcus Babbel to beat. Del Vecchio has come near post. It's out. It's out already. It's a goal kick.
Nakata playing more down that left-hand side than I normally see, and I think he would prefer to be much more central. Had plenty of time and space to get that cross in. Del Vecchio came to the near post, didn't he? And then it was a bad cross anyway, and curled out of play.
Heskey for Liverpool. Two waiting in the centre, Owen and Barmby. Challenge first was by Rinaldi. They haven't really got it away though. It's Harmon to Carragher. The ball in for Owen. And now a ball for Barmby. 15 minutes gone. 0-0 on the night. 2-0 to Liverpool overall.
Good tracking back by Ziga. The midfield four very conscious. They mustn't get caught on the counter-attack.
This is Rinaldi. Outside again for Tomazzi. Compared to the stadium in Rome, the fans are so much closer to the pitch at Anfield. Zavina. Header out was by Oncho. Heskey. And that's Michael Owen. Hands go up from Zago, who made the challenge. Play goes on. Candelar. Nakata. And still. Did well there, the Japanese player. Slides it inside, Del Vecchio. It's got Oncho to deal with here, and he's given the ball away carelessly. And Liverpool with Harmon looking for Heskey. That's a very, very good turn against Zago. Michael Owen is to his left, and Heskey just runs out of room.
Well, it was a terrific turn on his marker. He could have got away from him, but of course when you play through at the back, Samuel, the spare man, then could come across and cover. He tried to then knock it past him, but as he just hesitated, Zago got back and got a toe-ender.
Candelar tends to play more on his right foot, although he's playing at left back. This is Tomazzi. And on the right-hand side, it's Rinaldi, who made that awful mistake for the first goal last week. Montella. Candelar looks for Rinaldi again.
There's a poor ball from Candelar. Certainly, just for once, Rinaldi was further forward in a good position. Perhaps that's why they put Rinaldi out wide, keep him out of trouble, giving a crossfield pass to Michael Owen this evening. But he hasn't had much joy, has he, in that wing-back role, and he doesn't look anywhere near as effective as Cafu.
Liverpool unbeaten in their last 9. 6 wins, 3 draws, 6 clean sheets. Attacking on 4 fronts, 4 competitions. Now the Spanish referee is talking to Zago. There's been some dissent there. Number 3 spoken to. So sent off Blanc in the World Cup semi-final. Oh, it's Michael Owen, but he's offside. And the other player I can remember him sending off was Paul Scholes at Wembley in the England-Sweden game, so he's a referee who doesn't stand for too much nonsense.
Yeah, I think Michael Owen just ahead. The one I was interested in was Candela, the left back, but he seemed to step up with Zago at the same time.
Tomazzi for Roma. Montella's made a run just ahead of him. Del Vecchio further forward still. Oncho and Huppier so assured in those positions now. This is Oncho. Lofts it forward, offside, Heskey. Candela. Del Vecchio makes a little run, so does Montella. This is Tomazzi, who Rinaldi got in his way, and Ziga cleared for Liverpool. Assunção to Samuel. Zago. Nakata. Assunção again, wide on the right is Rinaldi. Tomazzi. Roma stroking it around. Can they... Oh, nice dummy. And here's Del Vecchio! Well, he missed a good chance last week in Rome, and that's just as good. Beautiful ball by Nakata, and Del Vecchio should have done a lot better.
Well, it's a shocker of a miss. You cannot miss those sort of chances, and not to get it even on target is dreadful. Assunção knocks the ball in. Nakata wrong foots the whole of the back four. Is what, 8-9 yards out, and he actually misses the target. From the skipper, this is an absolute shocker, and you just feel, will there be a better chance than that? I can't believe there will be.
No, I don't think there's been two better chances over the whole tie than the two that were presented to Del Vecchio. This is Owen for Liverpool. Heskey's coming across. Lovely dummy by Nakata, though, wasn't the way he stepped over the ball.
He knew exactly Del Vecchio was behind him. He made to control it, just let it go through, and it wrong-footed three Liverpool defenders, and Del Vecchio could just let the ball run and had a clear shooting opportunity. Just a definite warning, though, isn't it, to Liverpool? I thought the first 20 minutes was just going well according to plan, and it's just one lack of concentration, and you could and should have been punished.
Yes, one goal for Roma changes the whole complex of the tie, and here comes Walter Samuel, and this is Del Vecchio again, but he's got no real touch or confidence there at all.
There's a good ball from Samuel, the spare man at the back. The Argentinian is only 22. He's an excellent passer. He's set up a lot of opportunities for the attackers this season, particularly Batistuta, likes to come out from the back.
This is Zabina. That would have really put the game on a knife edge if he'd put that in, Del Vecchio. Here's Carmen, Liverpool, but no, yes, it's a free kick against Candela.
Yeah, good initial interception there by Haman. He just got then tugged back by Candela.
So Liverpool have had one very strong warning about what might happen if they just slack a little. Here's Montella. Assunção. That's too short. It's Marcus Babbel. And that's not really going to do many favours for Nick Barmby, and the goalkeeper comes to prevent the ball going over the line, but did he? Assistant referee from Spain says yes, okay. Halfway through the first half.
It's almost as you would anticipate. The quartet in midfield of Liverpool, the ones that got the difficult problem. They'd be tempted at home to join and support and get forward much more but they're definitely holding, they're closing down the Roma players, but they're not probably giving Heskey and Owen the normal support you would get, and it's okay while it stays 1-0, but you just concede a sloppy goal like they nearly did, and then they'd be in trouble.
Well, this is Tomazzi trying to thread the ball through to Del Vecchio. It's cleared by Onsho.
Just see here, it's 2 Liverpool forwards against 5 defenders. You know, the midfield quartet of Liverpool just are sitting back just a little bit too deep, I feel.
Nakata for Roma. Montella. Oh, it came off the flag. It's a throw-in, not a corner to Roma. Assunção, Tomazzi, and still, but that's a poor effort. Well, there's always something about an Italian club coming to Anfield. I remember the early European years under Bill Shankly, a great match here between Liverpool and Inter Milan in the Champions Cup, as it used to really be then, 64-65. Liverpool won here 3-1, and then we're subject to some very questionable refereeing in Milan. They've been used to big nights like that over the years, and now they're getting them back. This is Hyypiä, Tomazzi.
As big a lift as it must be for the Liverpool players, I'm sure you couldn't help but be lifted by the Roma visitor. You know, to play in an atmosphere like this must, I'm sure, you know, give them a feeling, well, let's try and turn it on a bit ourselves.
Yes, I was here last night when they came to look at the ground. They didn't train, they just strolled on in their smart brown overcoats, looked at the surface and the floodlights, and were pretty impressed before they walked off again. It's a free kick to Roma in the centre circle. Assunção to Zago. That's well played by Barmby. Till he ran into the referee. Assunção, Montella. He's got Rinaldi outside him. Excellent tackle by Dietmar Hamann. And the 2 Brazilians combining again. This is Zago. Nakata is onside. Del Vecchio and Montella in the middle. Here comes Del Vecchio. Nothing's going for him at all.
Nakata again down that left-hand side, just in the channel, putting in an early cross towards the near post. Del Vecchio trying to come across the defender, but it just ricocheted off him, couldn't get it under control.
Heskey the target again. Assunção. Hamann. Owen pestering Zago, and the referee has given a free kick. The assistant referee says it should be to Roma against Owen.
Zaga's one of those who does, even in the tightest of situations, like to put his foot on the ball. I think some defenders would have just whacked that out into the crowd and take no chances. But in the end, it was a judge that Owen clipped him.
This is Assunção. Oh, Hamann with the tackle. Montella looks up at the referee, gets nothing. Heskey. Barmby started a forward run now along with Owen, but Heskey's lost the ball. It's Assunção looking for Del Vecchio, and Westerveld out. Oh, and Del Vecchio having a little set-to with Hyypiä.
It was a poor ball by the midfielder Assunção. They had people forward. Samuel had come out from the back. He wasn't at all happy. That was a wasted pass forward. Del Vecchio never looked as if he was going to get on the end of it.
Well, I've seen quite a lot of Roma, Trevor, on video and in matches screened from Italy as well as against Liverpool, and when Totti and Batistuta aren't on the pitch, I find it hard to sort of spotlight a really special player.
Well, when they're actually playing with a full-strength side, I think then Cafu and Candler get forward much better, and certainly Totti links it. He's a key anchor man where the play sort of revolves around him, and you know, they're missing him, and naturally then Batistuta gets a much better supply than the but Del Vecchio's had his chances, hasn't he, this evening?
Yeah, well, he had that one last week with the header, didn't he, at the end of the first half. That could have changed things. As it was, Michael Owen changed them dramatically just after half-time. And that's how the tie still stands. His 2 goals in the Olympic Stadium, by which Liverpool lead now on aggregate. Hyypiä to McAllister. And again. This is Dietmar Hamann, tugged back by Assunção. Yellow card, I think, there. Now they've got Montella and Assunção on yellows in this match now. Liverpool have a free kick halfway inside the Roma half. Assunção's kicked the ball back now. Hyypiä's gone up on the far side. Heskey doing a bit of pushing there, and so too was the man marking him. Oh, it's Zabina and Heskey at it again. I don't think the referee saw either of those. Here's Hyypiä. Owen goes in. Half an hour gone, and there was some pushing and shoving as they were waiting for that free kick to be taken. And now Owen gets away. Great tackle, terrific tackle on the edge of the area. It was a risk, but he took it and he got away with it. Barmby over that side as well. Owen coming in now behind Samuel. McAllister. Assunção. It was Zabina who made that great challenge on Owen. But Liverpool still have the ball. It's Barmby. Just got the feeling something might be about to happen here. Play on. Liverpool have the advantage. McAllister. Referee letting it go when he can. But Heskey really has let the ball go there. Well played by Onsho. Zago. Del Vecchio. Nakata's the player forward in the middle. Challenge by Onsho. It's a corner to Roma. Now we'll see how ambitious they are, how many players they're going to send up. Walter Samuel, who scored the goal on Sunday, is up there, number 19. Ronaldo's in there too. They're the 2 tallest. It's played short to Candler. Back again for Nakata. They've wasted it. Candler again. And they've given it away a second time. Ziga. Zago. Raking ball out to Ronaldo. Owen gets a touch. Barmby for Liverpool.
Well, they're okay so far, aren't they? And then just all peters out, whether it's through lack of numbers or lack of imagination. It's a mixture of both. But at present, apart from that one hiccup when Nakata dummied the whole defence and Del Vecchio should have scored, Liverpool defended okay.
Hamann. Heskey. That was a challenge by Zabina. Free kick, Liverpool. Now then, Sami Hyypiä is making his way forward now, onto the left-hand side of the penalty area. That's the man McAllister's trying to pick out. Goal kick. Liverpool have only been beaten at Anfield once this season in 21 games. That was by Ipswich Town. They've won 17 and drawn 3 here. So it's a tall order for the leaders of Serie A. Rinaldi and Carragher clashing.
It was a clumsy challenge, wasn't it, by Rinaldi? Had no chance of keeping that in. Certainly, we wonder whether Zabina would be the right wing back, and I've got to say, Rinaldi looks totally out of sorts down there. They're getting nothing from him from an attacking point of view. He's reluctant to go there in the first place, and when he does get there, he looks in the sort of land he's not used to being.
Well, Antonioli, the goalkeeper, yet to be really tested tonight. There was a long-range shot from Carragher early on. But it was like that last week until the second half. Here's Assunção. Now Montella. That's safe enough for Liverpool.
Montella likes to play that deep role. Capella, they're just up there trying to egg on his side. He's desperate to try and get them in front. Batistuta sitting there. I wonder if he will get an out in if it stays goalless with, what, perhaps 30 minutes to go again.
It's all a bit of a mystery, isn't it? Well, it's not really, because he's nursing an ongoing knee injury, and clearly they feel that his presence in the league games is absolutely critical. Totti's is a slightly more complex situation, but he has been ill. This is Heskey brought down, and Liverpool have a free kick. Taken by McAllister to Babel. That's Nakata who brings him down. Now up comes Sami Hyypiä again on the far side. Babel could be a threat here too for Liverpool.
There's a better angle to cross the ball for a header, and looks as if Ziga's going to curl it in towards the goal, so just the faintest of touches might be needed.
Oh, did Hyypiä get a touch? Doesn't matter, Antonioli saved it. And it's come back to McAllister. Oh, and there's Babel. Oh, that was anybody. Ziga, Barmby. And Roma were all over the place there. Goalkeeper did well. Assistant referee keeps his flag down this time. And it's Nakata who gives the ball away. It's McAllister for Liverpool. It's all a bit frantic, isn't it?
It was the perfect free kick, wasn't it, from Ziga? Just, curling in towards the goal. Keeper's worried, is anyone going to get a touch? I don't think Hyypiä got the touch, and he kept his eye on it very well, Antonioli, and to his credit held on to it, but it was a very dangerous free kick.
Here's Ziga. It's all moving so quickly here. Carragher now. Owen. Oh, he's been taken out. Jonathan Zabina, the French defender. Yellow card, Zabina.
I think by the law of averages, he was due a yellow card, wasn't he? He's had a great challenge on Michael Owen, then another sort of clumsy one on Heskey, and then that one there on Michael Owen again. When you shoot your leg out like that, Michael Owen rolling over, making the most of it, and the yellow card I think was deserved by now.
On the 6-yard line, Hyypiä and Heskey. Babel's there as well. Oh. There's some pushing. Harmon. I think Heskey's having a right old ding-dong in there with the defenders whenever they... Oh, it's Michael Owen! And he drags his shot wide, rather like Del Vecchio.
Exactly like him. It was played on. There's about 5 Liverpool players in there. Everyone thought it was offside, but the other side slow coming out was Sabina. He played everyone on. He's definitely not offside. I think that's why he hesitated initially, and then he does exactly the same thing and drags it across the face of the goal.
So 1-1 in missed chances now. Aggregate score remains the same. 2-0 to Liverpool. Candela for Roma. Nakata. Montella's there, good block by Huppier. Now Zabina. One of these Roma players is going to get a red card unless they're careful. Three of them treading a very dangerous line. Zago. Candelar. Heskey back to challenge, free kick given against him.
I thought he got the ball there. Emil Heskey is appealing that he did. Dangerous, just on, what, 20 yards out from here, and who's going to take this from? Got to be a direct effort, hasn't it, on goal?
Well, Asen Sao is something of an expert at free kicks, number 5. He's put the ball down. Being told, I think, by the referee to wait until he can sort out the Liverpool wall. Nakata's standing there as well as, and Montella, is it, Trevor?
Yeah, it looks, I must say, Asen Sao has got a bit of a reputation to hit them. Montella, you know, would be the left footer who might decide to curl it.
Montella! Good save.
Well, he puffed his cheeks, but I thought it was a tame effort. There's not much power there. Westerveld's got plenty of time to go across and actually clutch it into his stomach, never under pressure.
Tomazzi. Montella did ever so well there. That's Del Vecchio. Asen Sao, Montella again. Good move by Roma, this. Oh, good challenge. Babel, but it's following up Candelar. And Rinaldi on the far side. With Carragher now.
Good little spell, I think, at the moment for Roma. They're just beginning to push Liverpool back.
Yeah, they're stepping their game up a little bit here. This is Zago. Nakata. Del Vecchio comes close. Oh, they're appealing for hands against him. It's a free kick. 5 minutes left in the first half. Now Ziga's free kick had them all gasping. But before we see that, there's a handball here against Del Vecchio.
Yeah, it's a good cross, one of the better crosses from Nakata. This is the free kick, does clear everyone, and Antonioli nearly got it wrong, and actually in the end did well to dig it out.
Right, here's Heskey. Barnby. Forward by Zago. Harmon. Now, Tomazzi. He's got Rinaldi up on the right-hand side. Trying to find Del Vecchio down the centre. Hopia completely in charge there. This is Carragher. There's no question that Roma have come to make a real go of it, but they need a goal. This is Candelar.
Certainly think they've got to do something about the right side as well. They've got nothing on the right flank. Rinaldi looks so out of sorts that they must have somebody on the bench who can do a better attacking job than that, because there's no point in coming here and getting a respectable 0-0. And in the second half, if it stays 0-0 to the interval, I think they've got to put something who's a little bit more positive down that right-hand side. There's Rinaldi, who's been desperately poor in attacking areas.
Asen Sao. This is Candelar. Montella looking for Nakata. Samuel. Well, I think Nakata's played as well as anybody for Roma in the first half. He's found Candelar. And Samuel was still forward, the centre-back. And still there. And Liverpool finally get it away.
Well, they're not just sitting back, that's for sure, right? They desperately want to just get this one goal that's going to make all the difference, increase the anxiety. Little nutmeg between the legs of a man. Candler turns, looks to Samuel, who was up there, but he got closed down. But Samuel and Zago have been very impressed with them, not only defensively, but they are going forward at every opportunity.
This is Owen for Liverpool. 2 minutes left in the first half at Anfield. 0-0 in the second leg. 2-0 overall to Liverpool. Tomatsi. Hassan Sow with a raking ball looking for Nakata on this side of the field. Heads it back in, but straight to Westerveld. And the winners of this tie go into the quarter-finals of UEFA and play Porto or Nantes, who started tonight with Porto 3-1 up. Zago. Montella. Tomatsi to Asensao. There's no danger over there to Liverpool. As we go into the 45th minute of the half. One clear-cut chance for both teams. Del Vecchio for Roma, Owen for Liverpool. Both shot wide.
And Nakata's sort of been the more likely outlet on this, but he's sort of on the left-hand side. I must say, Tomatsi in particular, who's got the ball now, has been pretty negative. I haven't been impressed with him on either of the two legs. Asensao has done a little bit better, but I think they're also missing Everson, who didn't make the trip on this particular occasion either.
Zago. Tomatsi. Montella. Tackled by Harman. Says Zabina to Samuel.
Fourth motion is indicated will be 1 minute of added time at the end of the first half.
Well, the 1 minute of added time is obviously for the Emil Heskey injury early on. This is Asensao. Tomatsi. Nakata. Comes off Michael Owen.
That says something of the pattern of the game when you got Michael Owen back there right in amongst his midfield four. To date, you've got to say, Liverpool have done the job. It's 0-0. That Del Vecchio chance was wasted, and so to this moment, all's good. And as long as they don't concede the goal, I think the 0-0, they'll take the scoreline, won't they, at the end of the 90 minutes?
Yeah, they certainly would, and Roma haven't played well enough yet to suggest they can do anything about that. This is Heskey for Liverpool, right at the end of the first half now. Probably the last attack. McAllister. Well, the crowd rise to applaud, because as long as it stays like this, everything's fine for Liverpool. Del Vecchio, who could have altered things drastically had he scored when he should have done. And then there was a chance for young Michael Owen. He also dragged his shot wide. And the half-time score in the second leg at Anfield of this UEFA Cup tie is, on the night, Liverpool 0, Roma 0. On aggregate still, Liverpool 2, Roma 0.
Well, Liverpool appear to be in that situation you explained before, where they don't quite know how to go about this, Alan.
There's no real pattern to the play. They've got lots of men behind the ball. Trevor said in commentary about the support for the front two, virtually non-existent. The other thing, of course, is the first 25 minutes they sat right back. They didn't give the crowd anything to shout about. Then suddenly they get a couple of chances, and then you're off and running. But Roma have looked far more impressive tonight than they did last week. And if Del Vecchio buries his chance, then it's game on.
I think that's been the great problem, is the fact that the great big gap between the players. But
well, you've got Honcho here. They've got 4-5 behind the ball there. Honcho comes up from the centre-back position, and when it's played in, a little dummy, he should never come out there, but some of the midfield players should be in there. Del Vecchio is a fantastic opportunity, and I think if Batistuta had been there, it's in the back of the net.
What did Bob Paisley used to say on the Bob Paisley night? Don't sell yourself, which is unfortunately exactly what Honcho did, and it created the chance for Roma. But you say that there's such a gap between the midfield four for Liverpool and the front two. It's massive. you actually feel sorry for Heskey and Owen, because they're playing against the 5 Roma defenders on their own.
OK, I'll ask you, would you do it differently, though?
Would you, well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's cleft stick, isn't it? Caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. What do you do?
I think it's very difficult when you're on the pitch. I mean, we've all played in these games, Arsenal 89, and when you're actually on the pitch, you don't really know that you're defending too deep. You need somebody from the sidelines to say, hey, go and support Owen and Heskey. Somebody's got to come up from the middle 4 to go and support, because it's easy for the Roma defence. They're getting it, they're playing it, they're getting back in position. Liverpool then sitting too deep. When the ball's played forward again, it's the same old story. The Roma defenders are picking up, and it's just that's continuity right from the word go.
The other thing is as well, you come in at half time, and just as players, you think, well, so far so good.
Yeah.
You know, 0-0, not a problem. One chance, Del Vecchio. We've had a couple of chances if you're Liverpool players, but you know, you're still 2-0 up on aggregate.
But you look at the 2 chances, they've had the 2 best chances in the 2 matches. Del Vecchio, the header, in the first leg, and tonight, I mean, you've got to score there.
But it was quite a long time before Liverpool got their first opportunity. It actually came from a free kick from Ziga.
It was a great free kick. When he pings them in from either side, this is so difficult to defend against, because you just need a touch from either forward or defender that's in the back of the net. Actually, the keeper sees it late and makes a great save.
Well, they scored from a free kick like this at the weekend, Liverpool. I think Babel got his head on it, which he almost did tonight. And Antonioli made an extremely good save because he saw it very, very late, and he managed to get it up and get it out of harm's way.
And then shortly after that, Michael Owen had an opportunity that was as clear as Del Vecchio's.
Well, he scored 2 last week, didn't he? And this was when Liverpool had a good spell of pressure. I think it's Sabina is left miles behind everybody. If you look at him there, what's a bad position. The Roma defence have come en masse. He's left in terrible position. Michael hits it half decent, but screws it wide.
I think when the ball was actually got headed out, Gary, Sabina was on the post, and decent connection. And if anything, you fancy him as well there, but obviously not on target. But
Sabina's having a cigar there, isn't he? He's
He
standing in the post, and he's not
knocked
thinking about what he's doing. The Roma defence come up en masse. He doesn't come with him. Owen has the opportunity, and if he scores, it's all over. But 0-0 is still in the game, Roma. Will they throw Batistuta?
Well, I was just going to say to you, how long before he comes on, by the way? Because if you harbour serious intentions about getting this back, Roma, you've got to throw him on.
He's got to give him at least half an hour, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And will Liverpool change it? I don't think they will. I think they'll sit back there again.
OK, well, now should Liverpool make it through to the quarter-finals, it appears increasingly likely that they'll meet Porto. Leading 3-1 from the first leg in Nantes, they made it 4-1 on aggregate, with this fine goal in the 35th minute from Brazilian striker Jesus Pena. Not a bad finish, lads?
He's only got to beat 4 when he picks it up. You know, if I was the manager there, I would be slightly unhappy. I mean, great feet, great control, great finish, but as I said, only 4 defenders he's beaten.
What a time to score an individual goal away from home, already 3-1 up in the tie. Happy days. Happy days.
They're a bit ahead of us here at Anfield.
You never scored a goal like that, did you?
Well, that goes without saying, doesn't it? But they're about 15 minutes into the second half there. Now, Liverpool, of course, are firing on more than one front at present. On Sunday, they'll contest the final of the Worthington Cup against Birmingham City. And they're also in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup, where they'll meet Tranmere Rovers, who clinched their place with one of the greatest comebacks in FA Cup history.
Here's Bridge. Marsden. And now Cashlow. It's opening up. Very well taken. Pahas. And Cashlow with 2 to his right. Tessam. Nearly missed. Tessam's header, and Richards! It's 3, and Southampton are cruising. Parkinson, oh, it's crept in! Southampton are appealing, but there seemed to be a deflection which beat Paul Jones. Yes, it was right out. Kumas with the kick, right out! They're right back in it now. Parkinson. Right out! It's a hat-trick! Out by Richards. Yates. Barlow! Unbelievably, it's 4-3. This is becoming one of the great cup ties.
Few can have expected the second instalment of this amazing cup tie to equal the drama of Saturday's first match, but nearly 5,000 Wanderers fans made the journey to South London for Wimbledon-Wycombe, the sequel. The Dons opened the scoring through Gareth Ainsworth. You might have expected the script to meander to a predictable conclusion. Not a bit of it. Back came the second division side, and with half an hour gone, Dave Carroll stabbed the ball in after Andy Rammell's shot was saved. With the visitors down to 10 men after Michael Simpson was sent off for 2 bookable offences, Wimbledon might have edged ahead. Wycombe's Paul McCarthy was adjudged to have handled as he challenged Wayne Gray in the area. With 3 minutes of injury time played, Wycombe's brave challenge seemed to be coming to an end. Then Wanderers keeper Martin Taylor took centre stage. Neil Ardley's penalty was firmly struck, but not firmly enough. In extra time, the first division side went ahead again. Wimbledon substitute Gray neatly turned to fire a low shot past Taylor. Wycombe's manager Laurie Sanchez has instilled a fighting spirit which would have been the envy of the old crazy gang, and it was rewarded when Paul McCarthy gratefully snaffled up a miskicked shot from Danny Bullman. A gripping penalty shootout followed. Even the goalkeepers pitched in as the situation went to sudden death. Kelvin Davis squared things at 7-all. Taylor, determined to have more than a cameo role, made it 8-7 to Wycombe. Mark Williams needed to score to save the Dons' blushes. He didn't, and Wycombe's 2001 Cup odyssey continues. For their manager, a Wembley goalscorer once for Wimbledon, more FA Cup memories to savour.
John Champion and Damien Johnson reporting there on what was clearly sensational stuff. And we can hear now from the Tranmere Rovers manager and former Liverpool favourite, John Aldridge. He's with Ray Stubbs.
I'm not sure if you've calmed down yet. At half-time you went absolutely ballistic, is that fair to say?
I think you could, if you remember the incident in '94 in America, you could probably times that by about 6 times.
Well, you had a little bit of a go at the fourth official that there, the same with your players. Did you expect to win? Were you just going to tell them to play for pride? What were you thinking for the second half?
Yeah, that was the case. It was down and out, but we had to go out and show a lot more character. There was a lot of people watching that game, and it didn't look well on the club, the players and myself, and it was important that we put that right.
Quite excited at the end of the game. You hadn't seen that before, had you?
I haven't, no. It was one of those games. One of the great FA Cup games of all time, and it's a great competition, and the way it's been going this year, I'm just pleased for the FA Cup itself that they've got a great game, you know, to look back on.
Now, everyone knows how much Liverpool Football Club means to you as being a former player. Now you lead your team against them. Have you seen anything this evening about how to go and beat them?
They're a great team. I'm doing a thoroughly professional job tonight. They really are. Don't have to chase the game. And they're doing it well. Just got away with one situation there, but other than that, it's been fairly comfortable.
You must be looking forward to this tie now. What are you going to do to your players? Tell them the rest of the league programme's all cup games.
Got to do something about our league position first and foremost. The 3 games prior to that, but they're all fighting for places if they want to play in the big one. We can just look forward to it on the day and hopefully give a good account of ourselves. We can't afford to get a little 3-0 start. That's a fact.
John, all the best to you and well done to everyone at the club.
Cheers, Ray. Thanks very much.
It's quite a performance, wasn't it?
It didn't happen, did it? It was a dream. It was sensational. 3-0 down to come back and win 4-3. I always think of the next morning when the players get up, the mixed emotions. If you're a Tranmere player, manager or supporter, compared to the Southampton players. I mean, how do you lift the Southampton players? And for Tranmere, well, they're still bottom of the first division.
Well, he must look at his players and think, hold on a minute, these are the fellas that have got us in the position bottom of the first division, and yet, you know, that 45-minute performance, absolutely sensational.
Okay, well, I think I know Everton supporters will be cheering for in that particular game. Now, as John Watson informed us earlier, Liverpool has declared this as Bob Paisley night here at Anfield. Paisley, one of the most successful club managers of all time, died 5 years ago, but he'll never be forgotten. Quite a man and quite a record, Alan. What was he like to play for him? He signed both of you on.
He was fantastic, he really was. The philosophy was keep it simple. He always said there's too much nonsense talked about the game. He's probably looking down thinking I'm talking nonsense myself now, but he was a great man, and whenever he spoke you always took notice. He always said it's not about the long ball, it's not about the short ball, it's about the right ball. And if things are kept simple, then eventually you'll come out on top.
Like having your granddad in charge of the football team. It's great. I mean, the day I signed, he picked me up, and he picked me up. He had his cardigan on and his slippers, and they just won the European Cup. I thought I could play for you lot.
He said a few things that initially when you heard them you thought that's rubbish. He said to me the first 2 yards at the highest level are in your head. Yeah. And when I heard that I thought that's garbage. And the more I played the game, the more I realised that was absolutely spot on.
Well, he's got quite a record in European football. Let's see if this team can get anywhere near it. Let's rejoin Trevor and John.
Well, one of the talking topics at half-time really has been, will we see Batistuta? He's made no effort to remove his tracksuit so far, but it would be, I think, rewarding for the crowd here to see something of the man that holds that record of 53 goals for Argentina in only, 74 internationals, along with Van Basten and Jurgen Klinsmann and one or two others, probably among the real strikers Hall of Fame across the world over the last few years, Gabriel Batistuta. It would be fitting if he made an appearance, if only for the Anfield crowd to say they'd seen him. Meantime, his Roma colleagues prepare to start the second half with the loudspeaker eventually quelled so that they can turn up the volume of the crowd. And Marco Del Vecchio has got to make up for two very disappointing moments in this tie so far. As for Liverpool, well, they're quite happy the way things stand. The only way we can have extra time is if Roma win 2-0 over 90 minutes. But to get there, they've got to get the first one, and that didn't look all that likely before half-time. Here's Zago to Assunção. To Marzi. Mind you don't know what Capello said in the dressing room. He's supposed to be one of the shrewdest coaches around. Here's Owen. To Babel. Samuel. Heskey. Gets it back. Challenged by Zago. Play on. Candelar. Nakata. Montella. Free kick. Dietmar Hamann. Do you detect any change of tactics here, Trevor?
No, nothing. No change in personnel or tactics. And from Liverpool's point of view, I probably don't expect it, though. We would like them to push forward further for that quartet to give better support to Owen and Heskey. While it stays 0-0, you can understand subconsciously why they're just sitting back.
Here's Tomarzi for Roma from the free kick, but Del Vecchio had a real moan at the referee before that free kick was taken. The captain, quite a long conversation with Senor Encina, and Capello's got some thinking to do.
I can't see the point of bringing Batistuta and leaving him on the bench. And, you know, I think you've got to bring him on for 30 minutes just to have a go at it at some stage. Naturally, if they went a goal behind, then I'm not sure they would. But if it stays 0-0 and there's still half an hour to go, I'd be very disappointed if he didn't make some sort of appearance.
Here's Zago for Roma. He's got Montella in the centre, Del Vecchio down the left. And he's lost possession. Zago, he'll have to get back now if he can. Owen starts the run up front for Liverpool. Found by Babel, looks for Heskey. Goalkeeper's come a long way, and, well, he's hurt now, Antonioli, after the collision with Heskey.
Well, Heskey's up. Antonioli again hesitated. I wasn't sure if he was just going to get there. They made the most of Liverpool, didn't they? The fact that Zago was caught upfield and Heskey didn't make contact with the ball, and the keeper did, so well done to him. This is the ball for Michael Owen, just getting behind Samuel, who isn't the quickest. You can see him just trying to cover his goalkeeper. Sabina was the one who was just caught a bit flat. Zago stranded upfield, so suddenly the 3 had become 2, but the keeper helped them out.
If he'd come a bit earlier, he could probably have got there with his hands, Trevor.
Yeah, he started, stopped, and then in the end it was a 50-50 and tight. I think he was remembering that collision in the first half with Heskey and thought, do I want to go through this again?
The goalkeeper on the bench, Lupatelli, is reasonably experienced. They've each had a spell in the first team this season. Antonioli currently in possession of the jersey, seems to be all right again. Liverpool have a throw on the near side. Jamie Carragher. Hyypiä. In it goes from McAllister now. And it's Nakata. Some of the passing has been hurried on both sides, and they haven't really managed to carve out too many memorable moves. Gerard Houllier won't be too concerned about that as long as the score stays the way it is. Assunção. Candelar. He's found Montella, and Candelar joins the attack now. Maybe they'll take more. Well, they've got to take a risk or two, haven't they, Roma, as the game goes on. Assunção to Nakata. We saw Porto go 4-1 up in that other tie during the half-time when Gary showed us that goal in Nantes, so it does look as though the winners here will play Porto. First leg will be in Portugal in 2 weeks' time. Comes up very quickly. Here's Heskey. McAllister. Headed away by Samuel to Candelar. Zago trying to spread the play. This is Rinaldi on the other side, and he's gone past Ziga, and he's got to get up to Carragher now, and he's got Del Vecchio in the centre. That was a good run by Rinaldi.
Yeah, it's the first time he's managed to get down that right flank. I think Ziga made it a bit easy. He sold himself on the first challenge.
They've taken the corner quickly. This is Montella. Samuel and Zabina both forward. It's Tomatsu trying to get the ball in a second time also. And now he pushes McAllister over. That's a free kick. Well, I think Mark Lawrenson's absolutely right. I mean, if they brought Batistuta all the way over and they're in this situation now, they might as well use him.
Well, it's just in that final third, isn't it? You need that extra body up there, and the class of Batistuta, I think they've got to take a chance.
Here's Owen up against Samuel. Liverpool have the corner. Huge roar goes up round Anfield as Hyypiä makes his way forward. Ziga's going across. In fact, they'll leave it for the left footer, I think. Hyypiä's gone right onto the line. Marcus Babbel about 6 yards out. Heskey to come in from behind him. Ziga to take then. Heskey coming in behind the goalkeeper.
Just too high, was going to always clear everyone and made it a comfortable catch.
Oh, look at this, there's 4 of them breaking out here. Good defending by Nicky Barmby.
Well, Nicky Barmby always chases forward and supports the striker, but this evening he's done a lot of valuable work tracking back. Candelar's very dangerous down that flank, but that was a vital one because they were clear, weren't they, that side?
Samuel. Montella. Really good tackling tonight by every Liverpool player. That was just a little too strong by Jamie Carragher, but they've kept it very tight. That's Nakata. I think Roma are used to a more leisurely pace in Serie A. Slower build-up perhaps, but the pace hasn't dropped here very often. This is Zago. Nakata, he's got away from Dietmar Hamann, and he's got away from McAllister, who brings him down.
Now that was a foul. Gary McAllister turning away and appealing that he hadn't made contact, but It was a good turn initially by Nakata, got away from Harman, and there you just see takes his trailing foot. Well, just over 20, 25 yards out, certainly favouring a right footer.
Candela, perhaps?
Looks as if he's lined up for it. Yeah, just got to take a chance now and then go for some power. I thought the Montella one in the first half was very tame.
They've got to be over that green line to be 10 yards. Candela is just treading the ball in. He's got Asen Sal with him. Nakata is on the end of the line. And it's Candela, but it's absolutely harmless from a Liverpool point of view.
Well, it's a shocker, really. Worked hard to get a situation like that. Nakata had done well and never ever looked like being on target.
And a look of resignation on the face of Fabio Capello there. I wonder if that tells us something.
I think it tells us he wasn't impressed with the free kick.
Quite so. It's forward by Tomazzi. Heskey. Of course, there are a few Liverpool players, bearing in mind the rotation system, will be wondering what the lineup will be on Sunday in the Worthington Cup final, but for the moment their minds have to stay on this game. Batistuta is starting to exercise himself a little down underneath me on the touchline. This is Tomazzi. Carragher. McAllister. Ziga to try and head it on. And now it's Nakata for Roma to Del Vecchio. Candela to Asen Sal. And again. Oh, Heskey did well there. McAllister gives it back to him. Now then, is it on for a run-on goal by Emile Heskey? No, unselfishly, he picks out Nick Barmby, who left it a bit late.
Unfortunately, he didn't see Michael Owen. It was just left of him. Just 20 yards, little reverse ball. He did very well to break initially. Looks as if he was half clear. A little reverse ball, Michael Owen was clear on goal.
It's Barmby again. Well, the corner flag took a battering, but the play went on. It's Asen Sal. Still, you have the feeling that the game could change. Roma have got to obviously push players forward more and more now.
That's a dreadful ball from Tomasi.
Here's Heskey up against Samuel. Referee following up closely gives Heskey nothing. Roma break away. Tomazzi to Montella. Del Vecchio makes a run left to right. Goes left again now. In the centre, Montella and Nakata. Candela. Montella. Poor control, but he's managed to find Tomazzi.
Well, if they do make a change, Tomazzi or Rinaldi, the two have got to be, I think, likely candidates to be substituted. Emile Heskey, I don't think this was a foul. He sort of just bundles his way, lost control of it, and Zabina and Samuel just combined to sort that one out.
I think one Roma player fouled the other, actually. Knocked him into Heskey. Anyway, here's another one for the Liverpool man to jump for. McAllister follows up behind him. Barmby outright. Oh, that's a difficult ball for Dietmar Hamann, and Montella looks for Del Vecchio. Needs just an interception here by Stefan Onsho. Yes, it's got to happen now. This is Candela. We're about to see Batistuta. This is Montella. Candela!
Yeah, that was a good strike. Good little one to Candela. I certainly do enjoy watching as a player. I think he tries to make the wing-back system work. Hit the shot well. It was too close to Vesterveld.
Here comes Barmby, the other side of Zago. Samuel plays his way out of defence. Asen Sal. Montella. Zago. Came off Onsho. Zago. Candelar with Nakata just inside it. Finds Montella, who dummies. Liverpool stay strong again. Very, very firm at the back. Samuel. But there are two substitutes waiting to come on. Batistuta, the Argentine, and Guigu, the Uruguayan. And coming off will be Del Vecchio, who's had a wretched time over the two legs. You have to hand the armband on as well because he's the captain. Gives it to Tomazzi. Now then, on comes Batistuta, and the other change is that Rinaldi has gone off and Guigu is on.
Well, Del Vecchio has been, I think, very poor this evening, but I just think a straight swap surprised me. I thought they would play the three up. No surprise Rinaldi going off, but Tomasi gets a reprieve, doesn't he? I just feel that the last sort of 7 or 8 minutes, Liverpool are actually defending even deeper, and actually, when they get possession, they're just whacking it upfield, and it keeps coming straight back. I think they've got to try and keep it much more themselves.
Barmby for Liverpool. Batistuta figured, of course, in that memorable England-Argentina game in Saint-Etienne. It's a free kick to Liverpool against Candelar. He also scored a vital goal for Fiorentina against Arsenal in the Champions League when the game was played at Wembley, I remember. So he's played a part once or twice against English opposition. He can only stand and watch here as Liverpool take the free kick. Here comes Heskey. Push, penalty. That's the breakthrough. Oh, he can't believe it, Jonathan Zabina. But the Spanish referee had no doubts. He says he was backing on. The referee says no, it was a push. Emil Heskey.
Well, you see it's Emil Heskey backing all the time. He got his arm round his shoulder, and I think Emil Heskey's rolled round then to emphasise that there was contact. And certainly the referee pointed to it straight away. Look where he is, though. He's, what, 20 yards away, so he's got pretty good eyesight.
It's going to be Michael Owen, Liverpool's third different penalty taker in a matter of days. Oh, saved by Antonioni. Well, Litmanen and Schmitzer scored from the spot on Sunday. Owen takes this one, and Antonioni goes to his right to make the save. So it's still 0-0 on the night and 2-0 Liverpool on aggregate. That Batistuta fouled by McAllister, and a little bit of exchange between the two. The game has to go on. Nakata. Tomazzi. Well, that would have really settled it in Liverpool's favour, wouldn't it?
Well, just want to keep our interest going, don't they? It wasn't a good penalty. If the keeper goes the right way, it's a fairly soft one. He was gambling and perhaps some wrong-footed him, but it was a nice height off the ground, and I thought a comfortable save.
Well, Owen has tried to put that behind him. Gather Nantes have got 2 goals back against Porto. That changes the aggregate situation there a bit. 4-3 probably now, if my maths are right, but I'm just guessing. Ziga's gone across to take the corner on the far side. Here it's definitely still 2-0 Liverpool, but it should have been 3. Babel is on the penalty spot here. Oh, and there's a bit of an argument in the area. Goalkeeper punches this time. Barmby heads back.
When there's a lot of bodies in there, certainly Antonioni likes to punch. Remember that, in fact, for the second goal for Liverpool out there when I thought he could have caught it.
It'll be 4-3 on aggregate to Porto, so there's still a possibility that the winners of this may be playing Nantes. We'll keep you posted on that. Guigu for Roma, the substitute. This is Asensao. Batistuta gets the touch. Barmby looking for Heskey. This is Montella. Guigu. Well, has that given Roma a little bit of hope? The penalty save. Tomarzi, Batistuta on the 18-yard line, still to get into the game. Poor pass by Assunção, intercepted by Heskey. He's got possibility here of getting Barmby away. Owen's on this side of the pitch. Oh, and Barmby's been flattened there by Walter Samuel, who's already on a yellow card.
The referee's ignored it. Guigu came on as in midfield. Tomarzi switched to the right instead of Rinaldi. There was contact there. I think Nicky Barmby might have sort of made the most of it.
This is Ziege to Owen. I don't think Harman really picked the option there, but it's forward by Babel. Zago. This is Guigu. Assunção. Batistuta, yes. Batistuta, no. Zago again.
They just can't get out. There's so many Liverpool players back, but when they knock it forward, they're just giving it back to Roma.
Well, we all know the dangers of defending too deep. This is Montella to Assunção. Zago. Oh, and Westerveld at full stretch there from Zago's shot. And that save by the goalkeeper seems to have lifted Roma. This is Guigu. Outside him, Tomarzi. Long ball, too long really, but Candelar will try and retrieve it far side. Near post ball for Batistuta, sliced away by Oncho. Corner to Roma.
Well, it's tense, isn't it? It's going to be a long, 26 or so minutes.
Gerard Houllier is trying to get Vladi Smitser on. They've taken the corner. Batistuta's told, no, you can't. Referee has seen the activity on the touchline. Well, Guigu's come across to talk to the coach while they're taking the corner. And it's Samuel who heads it back. Well, there was a lot happening down on the touchline when that corner was taken. Houllier is having a conversation with the fourth official. It seems pretty certain Smitzer's coming on. Forward again by Zago.
I think you're going to see that more and more. Zago and Samuel, two very constructive defenders, coming forward more and more. Hopefully it might give a chance to Liverpool on the counter-attack, but they're getting so pushed back. That's not the case so far.
25 minutes of the 90 remaining. Tomarzi for Roma. Batistuta down the centre. Montella here in the inside right position. Candelar. Batistuta tries to return it to Candelar. Liverpool shut the shot. Oh, that was a high challenge, but the referee will deal with it when the ball goes dead, I'm sure. Does Liverpool have possession? This is Barmby. And that's another bad challenge. The referee will deal with that when the ball goes dead, surely. He's got two to work out, but the ball won't go out. It's Montella. There could be two players in trouble here when it stops. Owen. Oh, three now. That's Assunção.
Well, it's Sabina, Nakata and Assunção. Which one's he going to choose? Probably he's forgotten who they are, and he'll just give the free kick. It doesn't look as if he's going to get a yellow card out for any of them.
No. I'm glad you remembered, because I was trying to count up how many there were there. Owen is coming off to be replaced by Smitser, but in any Premier League game there, when the play stopped, one of those tackles would surely have been dealt with. As it is, the Spanish referee has decided to treat them all the same and just give Liverpool a free kick. Taken by Harman. Barmby. Heskey getting inside his marker. Heskey! Oh, surely he should have put that away.
Well, he did all the hard stuff, didn't he? Such power and strength he's got. He just kept Sabina off, and then it was a dreaded shinner, wasn't it? Into the ground and a bobbler to the keeper. Just, 10 yards out.
Candelar. In it goes from Zago. Batistuta's there. Liverpool having to be watchful now as Nakata comes in. Asensao to Tomatsi. Batistuta makes a run across the box. This is Nakata. Taking on Ziga. Good tackle. Try and find time in a moment, Trevor, to ask you about the Liverpool substitution. Smica on, Michael Owen off, but the ball at the moment is with Zago as Liverpool drop back again, very deep.
Yeah, I think Smica has been playing as well as any Liverpool player the last few weeks, really found his form. He'll play that bit deeper than Michael Owen and might just be the gap between the midfield and Heskey up front to try and link the play in better.
Yeah, play's gone on, although Zabina was down. This is Candela into Guigu. He goes down as well. Free kick against McAllister, taken quickly. This is Tomatsi. Nakata. It's a Roma throw. Montella. Being chased by McAllister. Opens the play out to Walter Samuel. He's being chased by Heskey. Play on. Zago. Montella, the furthest forward in this attack. Guigu! Oh, it's there! Guigu! For Roma, from distance, and suddenly the whole picture changes. The Uruguayan has got a goal back for the Italians, and it's 2-1 now on aggregate. And Guigu hit this with his left foot. It went round Stefan Onsho, and Westerveld, going to his right, was comprehensively beaten.
Well, it's a great strike. You know, so many Liverpool players there, no one made the challenge. He hit it with the outside of his left foot. It's always going away from Westerveld. I don't think you can blame the keeper. It was a goal you sense was coming, but they weren't created in the openings. But Liverpool were getting deeper and deeper, and what a tense 20 minutes this is going to be.
And that's a through ball by Montella, and here comes Asensao, and there's Batistuta. And one more now, and they can force extra time, Roma. Tomatsi.
I think back to the penalty now as well, John. You know, Michael Owen, 1-0 tonight, 3-0 on aggregate. It would have all, I think, died down. But now Roma, who have got to give them credit, they've pushed forward. They're certainly not come here to just cruise out of this UEFA Cup. They mean business.
Ironic that the man whose 2 goals won the first leg, Michael Owen, has missed the 2 best chances tonight. This is Smica for Liverpool. Heskey. Gary McAllister. He will be disappointed, won't he, Michael Owen? Well, now then, perhaps Roma had something stored away that it took a long time for them to open the box, but the contents are there now, and they include Gabriel Batistuta. This is Nakata, fouled by Ziga, impetuous challenge.
I was just thinking, we were saying, you know, substitution, Batistuta, can he actually conjure up the goal? And it was the other substitute, Guigu, who hit a terrific strike.
He scored against Hamburg in the last round, I remember, Guigu. But Batistuta has lined this up 40 yards out, and he hits it well over the bar.
40 yards over the bar, that. It was optimistic, but it could have got a ricochet. There was plenty of bodies between the free kick and the goal.
What about the Uruguayan midfield player, though, to come on like that and to make his mark from such distance? I mean, it beat Westerveld away to the right.
I must say, my initial query after seeing it was, you know, with so many Liverpool players back goal side, how did he get the space to turn? He took about 5 or 6 yards before he hit the shot.
Well, now we're in a situation, I hate to mention it, that I think Gary Lineker was referring to, Liverpool-Arsenal 1989, when they had to avoid a 2-0 defeat, and Arsenal scored, and then right in the last minute they scored again. Here's Candela. Batistuta's coming in now. Westerveld can let that run. No, he won't get anything there.
No, that was it, optimistic. He got himself into an excellent position because it was a good cross. Look where he is. It's between Hupia and Carragher. If it was a bit lower, Certainly Westerveld was in no man's land. He started to come and then stayed.
Long conversation between Batistuta and the referee. But it all comes to nothing there. 17 minutes. If it stayed like this, Liverpool go through 2-1 on aggregate. If Roma score again, we could have extra time. This is Nakata, who's played really well, I think, for Roma, as well as anybody. And Batistuta gets a block on that.
The problem is when you're sort of being cautious and you've got everyone goal side, you go behind and you think to yourself, well, do you change it? But psychologically, you just can't wrestle yourself out of how the pattern of the game has gone. And I still think we'll see Roma attacking for most of this remainder of this game.
Yeah, that was what Alan Hansen was saying earlier, wasn't it, about the Liverpool-Arsenal game and how you deal with a situation like this. It's a free kick to Roma, just inside the Liverpool half. Hassan Sow gets it back. Crowd trying to lift Liverpool again. Zago. Zabina. Nakata. Oh, he almost steered that through to Batistuta. Liverpool have got to get up the pitch, surely. And there's still 7 of them back now.
Well, Heskey's the only Liverpool player in the opposition half, so yeah, that's why Schmeichel then just dropped the ball, because there was no one else to throw it to.
Well, it's really down to somebody to show some leadership here and just push them on a bit. This is Carragher.
It's a much better performance by Roma. You can see why they're top of the league when you think they've got those, what, 4 or 5, the likes of Cafu, Emerson, Totti, Aldair, Zanetti, all missing this evening.
Yes, we haven't seen Totti at all in the tie. And with 15 minutes of the 90 left, it's Guigu, the goal scorer here for Roma. Batistuta won't reach that. I wonder whether at any stage Gerard Houllier was tempted to bring Robbie Fowler on. It was Schmeichel who got the nod when Owen went off. And this is Jonathan Zabina for Roma. Ziga. Harmon tries to get Schmeichel away now. Guigu. Well, that goal will be remembered at Anfield, but that pass won't. It's Carragher now. Well, it was on penalties that Liverpool beat Roma in that 1984 final. They've missed one tonight. Here's Montella. Batistuta. Candelar. Blocked. Montella. Batistuta in the middle. Comes near. Oh! Handball! Penalty! Marcus Babbel.
He's given it.
Penalty. Marcus Babbel, the offender. It's a penalty to Roma. And now we're going to see some real drama. Batistuta's gone across to get the ball. But has he given a penalty? Oh, look at this. They're chasing the referee. I think he may have changed his mind. He's given a corner, Trevor.
He pointed to the spot initially. This is an amazing... Look at the Italians. They cannot believe it.
Well, I can't either. He pointed to the penalty spot.
Somebody will get sent off.
And someone's going to go here. There's yellow cards all over the place. Oh, there's somebody surely there who's been booked before. Well, what on earth was the referee doing? Well, Tomazzi will be out of the next match if he...
Well, you've got to look at the referee when the initial handball was there. You see him point to the spot. And what has made him change his mind?
Well, and how many did he book?
Look like everyone on the bench there.
Candelar is going to take a corner, and Roma just... Well, they've still got a chance from this, really. It's Zago he's talking to now.
He's probably asking him, did I book you?
Well, I think he's booked everybody, as you say. There were already 3 of them on yellow cards. Anyway, oh, here's a substitution. Abel Balbo to come on, the other Argentine.
He'll be the only player in the Roma team not booked.
They're taking off Montella. And still they're arguing with the referee. They obviously feel that they saw what we think we saw, that he pointed straight to the spot.
Well, it hit his arm as well, and, you know, was it ball to hand or what? But he initially pointed to the spot. You can't query that.
Here comes the corner from Candela. Well, have Liverpool been given a mighty let-off there? It would appear they have. The Spanish referee in the eye of the storm. Now, this is the moment. It's Montella that tries to cross it. This is Babel. Well, I think that's handball.
Well, he hits his elbow. You know, he's just trying to get on the half turn. It certainly hit his arm, but I've certainly seen them given before, and it looked as if initially the referee did give it.
You want a bit of excitement? Well, this is Anfield in the UEFA Cup, and it's gripping. It's Samuel for Roma. Oh, Liverpool have got a break on. Vladimir Smicer. Now, can he get the ball in the centre? Because that's where Ziga is. He's the furthest forward. Free kick against Smicer. And Roma have taken it mighty quick. They've only got just over 10 minutes to get that second goal. Here's Nakata. Well, I must say, you always look at the referee when something like that happens, and I can only say from up here, unless it was a hallucination on my part and Trevor Brookins, he pointed to the penalty spot. There's 10 minutes to go, and Batistuta went to get the ball to take the penalty, turned round and found it was a corner. Asensao. Smicer. And this is Heskey. Nakata's at him. Nakata brings him down. Well, I mean, they still have got 11 on the pitch, Roma. I'm not quite sure how, because here's another substitution. Robbie Fowler coming on for Nicky Barmby.
It's absolutely pulsating. The ground is heaving, isn't it?
The whole place is rocking. Barmby off, Fowler on. McAllister will take a free kick for Liverpool when play resumes. Heskey under the bar, hooked away by Candela. Smicer. Oh, it looks as though he was brought down there, but the referee doesn't give it. Roma are on the attack. Zago. And on this side is Batistuta, but he won't reach that. Now then, I hope the pictures bear me out here, because referee Enfinar on this offence, or was it an offence? There's Babel. Now what is that? That's a penalty point, isn't it?
Oh, he pointed straight to the spot. Look, he still pointed to it a second time, and then the Liverpool players have debated whether Batistuta. Look, now he's pointing to the corner. He's walked 10 paces and he's changed his mind. That's absolutely staggering. I've never ever seen that, John.
Neither have I. And what's also interesting, Trevor, is that the assistant referee played no part at all. He was on the near side of the pitch to us, and the referee never looked at him, so there was no question of an assistant changing the referee's mind there. Here's Asensao. Well, he sent, as I said, 2 of these players off at Leeds last year. They certainly won't be very pleased with him again tonight. Asensao. Guigu to Batistuta. That came off McAllister. Guigu. Clever, but not clever enough. Fowler's on a run, away to the right. No, he's not now. Smicer failed to find it. 7 minutes of the 90. Could be real nail-biters for Liverpool supporters. Candela. No free kick there for Smicer either. Tomazzi. Batistuta. And intercepted by Christian Ziege. And still they play on. Batistuta. And now Nakata.
Well, it's almost as if he's scared to give a free kick now. There's some challenges going in there that earlier in the game would definitely have been fouled.
Zago's forward, Samuel is forward, Batistuta is there. And Walter Samuel can't get there. It was Babel, then it was Fowler. Oh, I haven't heard Anfield like this for about 15 years. This is Nakata. Maybe 10. Harman. Babel. Asensao. Candelar. And now Samuel, he may as well take a risk or two and come out of defence. Guigu, the goal scorer. Tomazzi. Samuel goes right up onto the edge of the area. So too does Zago here, coming in behind Smitsa, who got lucky for a moment. Now Samuel. Candelar.
It's just like attack against defence, isn't it? It's just non-stop. They're just surging forward. You got to admire them. They've played very, very well and gone for broke.
Yeah, it's a completely different Roma to last week, and indeed in the first half this week. Foul. Tomazzi's going to go off, I think. He's been yellow carded in the dispute, and here's another yellow card, number 17. This looks like red. I think you'll find they're going to be down to 10. He knows, Tomazzi. He throws the captain's band away, sent off for a second bookable offence. Damiano Tomazzi. He was booked in all the protests over the alleged penalty. And Capello has lost a player with 5 minutes to go.
Very noble handshake as he left, wasn't it?
Liverpool have a man over. Goes over Heskey's head to Fowler. Free kick's been given the other way. Well, there had been some tackles flying in, and somebody was eventually going to get punished for one, and it was Tomazzi. This is Asensao. Surely they can't level it with 10 men, can they? Happened the other night, didn't it? In one of the FA Cup ties. Wickham, I think. Oh, and that's a foul on Fowler. Oh, and a push in the face. Oh, it's all going off there a bit between Samuel and Fowler. This was Tomazzi, already on a yellow card, chopping away there at Fowler. Well, McAllister will take the free kick, and Fowler jostling to position him there with Heskey. And it's been cleared by Zabina. It's a Liverpool corner, and Sami Hyypiä decides he will go up.
I think it might be a while before somebody takes it.
Yes, McAllister won't rush. Hyypiä is on the line. Marcus Babel has come up behind Heskey. Fowler on the 6-yard line. Goalkeeper didn't give his defender a right... Well, did he shout at all? It was an easy catch, actually, but he didn't seem to command the situation. Asensao put it out for another corner.
Right, I think if the keeper called for it, he probably wouldn't have been hurt anyway with this deafening roar.
Can't even hear you, Trevor. It's Babel with Hyypiä on the line. Asensao heads clear again.
That'll do, just let it go out of touch.
Just keep your eye on that clock on the screen. 2.5 minutes plus stoppage time, separating Liverpool from the quarter-final. Heskey up against Zago. Whoops, Heskey's been... Oh, he's got involved with Zabina. Pushing and shoving. What a storming second half here.
Well, it's almost become open house, hasn't it, since the bizarre penalty that was given and then switched to a corner kick. And since then, Roma have been totally frustrated because they think, well, they've been robbed of a glorious equalising opportunity. The penalty, that's going to be the debate if it stays like this scoreline, 1-0.
Yeah, there's a little lip in there. I don't want to tempt fate, but it was about this time Arsenal scored. This is Nakata. But this time Liverpool have the throw. Well, you couldn't really have written the script for the second half here. A penalty missed by Liverpool, a penalty that was given and taken away from Roma. A goal from 25 yards by Guigu. 2-1 the aggregate score to Liverpool. Heskey. Free kick to Roma. My aggregate score for Porto appears to have been correct. They've won 4-3 on aggregate. It's Porto versus the winners of this. In goes Zago with Batistuta. Candela. And Batistuta's still in there. Liverpool need to get this ball away, and they have to Heskey. Now then, he's got two runners. Can he play Robbie Fowler in? Can he play Vladimir Smica in? This is Fowler. This is Smica. This could be it for Liverpool. Oh, it won't be, because Smica can't pick Fowler out the second time. And Assam Sal brings it away as we come up to the 90 minutes, Trevor.
It was a good chance. I think Smica should have just blasted it. If he hit the target, great. If it ended up in row 78, great. Oh, there's another debate on a free kick.
But in a moment, the fourth official and the man with the booming voice on the loudspeaker system will tell us how much stoppage time there is. Gerard Houllier would like to know. We've played the 90. Here's Smica. Goal kick given, according to the assistant referee.
Gerard Houllier probably aged 10 years on the bench in this second half, hasn't he?
Well, stand by. It's one of those Euro 2000 final situations. 4 minutes of stoppage time. And well, there might be tonight, actually. There was so much time wasted over that penalty protest. Here's Smica, free kick to Liverpool.
They've done well the last 2 or 3 minutes, though. They've kept it a little bit better. They've won a few set pieces, 3 or 4 free kicks, and they've just wasted 5 minutes when, in fact, Roma haven't been able to get into Liverpool's penalty area.
That clock's got to get round to 94 from a Liverpool point of view. Here's Assam Sal for Roma. Gary McAllister stood the pace well tonight. Ziga. Oh, no, they've given it away again. Guigu. And now it's Nakata. Wow. He's had a really, really competitive match. But every second now is vital. Nakata gets the ball back from the throw. Batistuta shaping up in the penalty area. Dietmar Hamann, oh, free kick.
Again, they've done well, they've got the free kick. Hamann's made a lot of defensive tackles, he's had to. He's been virtually sort of in the Liverpool half all the game, but at the moment, just fingers crossed, just over 2 minutes to hang on. It's been absolutely riveting, hasn't it, the last 20-25 minutes?
There hasn't been time to catch your breath. Robbie Fowler was just caught offside there. It's a free kick to Roma with 2 minutes of stoppage time to go, and they're throwing everybody forward. Up goes Zago, up goes Samuel. Batistuta with his arm up. Smica gets ahead to it. Babel needs to win this. Referee's giving him a free kick, and that was in the face from Guigu, and Babel's furious. Babel thought that Guigu caught him in the face, and the referee thinks so too. Yellow card for Guigu, but was he one of those booked before is the question. A bit late in the day to debate it, but it's Guigu who is the offender, and the referee, I think the other players are trying to keep Babel away from retaliation. Well, it'll be interesting when we see the official UEFA report of all these yellow cards.
It's a dreadful challenge, look,
it's a kick on the head.
Well, he missed him the first time and got him on the backswing, didn't he? So he thought, I'll get you. And Babel was very annoyed.
Liverpool are 1 minute away from the quarter-final of the UEFA Cup. They have a free kick just inside their own half. Comes over the head of Nakata. Well, there have been some memorable nights at Anfield over the years in European football. I wonder where this stands. Carragher forward, looking for the... Oh, it's hit McAllister on the back of the head. Quite in keeping with an unpredictable second half. Batistutas away, played the 1-2 there. Oh, good challenges coming in. Balbo combining with... Oh, it's a free kick. It's a free kick. Balbo brought down. And here we have the most desperate finish for Liverpool. Harman was the offender, and every single player bar the goalkeeper is up there for Roma. Can they force extra time? Asensio to take it. Oh, what a finish. Or will it be the finish? Referee trying to calm things down in there. Try calming anything down here. Asensio takes. It was a pretty poor delivery, but look at this. Vestervelt's got to come and get it. And there's more pushing and shoving in the penalty area. And it's almost mayhem out there now.
I think the referee needs to blow the whistle soon.
Oh, this Robbie Fowler's involved in some pushing on the far side with two of the Roma players, and it's all chaos now out there. We're over the 94 minutes. I see no reason for the referee to play on. Vesterveld with the ball. Surely the game is over. Liverpool ahead on aggregate by 2-1. Crowd singing, and it is over. Liverpool go through to the quarter-finals of the UEFA Cup to play Porto in 2 weeks' time. What a relief for Gerard Houllier, and Capello's team really made a second half of that. So much to discuss. Owen's penalty miss, or the save rather, the goal by Guigu. Then they dispute, was it a penalty? Well, it wasn't, because it became a corner at the other end. And Liverpool in the end, he knows that. We're hanging on, but hanging on to a 2-1 aggregate lead, courtesy of the 2 goals they scored in Rome last week. On the night, it's Liverpool 0, Roma 1, but on aggregate, which is what matters, it's Roma 1, Liverpool 2.
Never in doubt, really, was it?
Unbelievable. I mean, the last 10 minutes wasn't football. The referee made a mockery of it. Yeah. He gave Liverpool a bad penalty kick. Michael Owen then misses. Then he gives Roma a bad penalty kick, points to the spot twice. Then, for some reason, decides it's not a penalty kick. Yeah. Then to a corner, and you had open warfare the last 10 minutes. And I mean, Roma could end up with 4 or 5 players on.
Definitely points at the spot.
Yeah. Conclusive. It completely overshadows everything that happened in the game. What happened there?
Have you ever seen anything like that before?
Never, ever in my life have I seen anything like that. It's Montella, I think, isn't it? Who knocks it in. Babel's actually turning away. I think it hits him on the back of the elbow. And I don't think it's a penalty. No, I don't think it's a penalty either. I don't think it's a penalty.
But as soon as the referee gives a penalty, then he's got to adhere to that decision. He can't change his mind. He did. And then the tackles were flying in. He didn't know who he had booked.
He booked Tomasi 5 times.
No, it was 6. I think he booked him 6 times. But the victory.
Perhaps he's just a referee with a very short memory and forgotten and given the penalty.
Yeah, well, maybe.
But they've got through. They've got through, haven't they? I mean, you know.
Yeah. Well,
to be fair, I'm delighted, but it's slightly tarnished.
Yeah. Of course it is. One team that did have a penalty, of course, and he didn't change his mind, was for Michael Owen on the foul on Heskey. Was this a penalty?
I think it's harsh. I think Emil goes for it, but the defender rolls him over. You know, 9 times out of 10 you wouldn't get a penalty kick for that.
There's an incident at the other end with Carragher and Batistuta that wasn't too dissimilar to that at all.
Definitely got him round the neck, but you don't usually
I wouldn't have given that. If I had been defending, I'd been very disappointed that he was given against us. And then Michael's got the ball to take it, but it's just a bad penalty kick. The goalkeeper makes a good save.
just guessed the right way, Antonioli, and then he ended, it makes it look even worse because it became extremely comfortable.
I'd love to see the referee's report in the last 10 minutes.
14 pages long, that's going to be.
I mean, Roma